Today is Saturday and it's day 27. I'm not excited. Not at all. So I've only got 4 sleeps left until I'm home. It's just crazy. I can't believe I've done it. I've been here nearly a month. It's just huge. So I've just been watching my videos back. It's been a huge roller coaster. This week I decided to do a 2-day silence, which was okay. So I didn't have my phone, I didn't have any books, and they made me a sign so that people would know that I wasn't just being rude to them. And I didn't do it in the mornings because we've got the doctors and treatments and stuff, and it's just that much harder. So I did it from sort of midday until I went to bed. And then I spent, whenever my mind went to wander, I would go, no, you've got to come back to now. You know, these thoughts don't serve me if they're negative. And when my mind would wander to, I was doing a painting, and I realised I brought the wrong boards. I brought a board for oil painting with me, and I bought watercolour paints. And as I was doing it, I envisaged myself speaking to people back at home, explaining why it wasn't very good. And I did that for an hour and a half, and I hadn't even done it. I hadn't even finished the painting, and I was already expressing why it wasn't very good. So it was very interesting to discover what my thought processes are and my streams of thought, and that I often do the what if. Oh, what if she says this? Or what if I have to have this conversation? And what would I say if this happens? And what if and what if and what if? And my mind then spirals, and it's a bit loud. So I try to stop doing that and say to myself more, all I have is now. That's it. All I have is this very moment. Everything in my life has brought me to this moment. And the same for everybody else. So for whatever reason my children needed for me to go away, for some reason Tim needed to have the kids on his own for a month. I'm not sure if he would agree with that. But I on the Tuesday I had this most incredible sadness, just incredible sadness. And it wasn't until the Wednesday that I realised what it was. So today is the 15th anniversary of Paul's death. Every year, I know the date, I know it's coming, and I know, but the sadness catches me unawares every single year. And it used to be that for a month, so from about February, this darkness would come in, this sadness would come in that I just couldn't cope with, and it would send me to bed, and I saw therapist after therapist after therapist to try and, you know, why does it happen? And then the minute the 23rd comes, I'm fine. It's like this, it's like my body knows something bad's coming, something bad's about to happen, and then come the 23rd, obviously I'm sad, but that weight of sadness goes. So yeah, so I realised that on Wednesday that it's because of Paul, and it didn't help that I had a different doctor for a few days, and I don't know, we don't get on. So my doctor came back, thankfully, and we talked about doing a special puja today for Paul. I don't think it's going to happen, but it was sweet of her to suggest it. Mary left on Monday So she's a crazy, crazy American that lives in Barcelona, with just the most beautiful soul. She really makes me laugh, and we walked every day, and yeah, and she's gone. I really hope I see her again. Ilsa left on Thursday. Again, another really beautiful soul. She's from Belgium. I really hope I see her again as well, because I figure they're both close enough that I can make that happen. And then Kim and I, who's a guy, bless him, he's from Denmark, and he wanted to change his life, you know, to do something positive, had read an article from a guy who had been here in a newspaper or a magazine or something. It didn't explain exactly what happens here, just that he felt amazing and had a new lease of life. So bless him, he's come. It's actually the whole Panch Karma. He retires in November. And I think it's just been just a huge shock for him, and he just can't wait to leave. So between him and I, and we're both leaving on Monday, and we're both staying in Calicut for a couple of days. So he's desperate for, I think, fruit and meat. I'm desperate for fruit. So we're going to leave on Monday, go to Calicut, go shopping, and then stay in a very nice air-conditioned hotel for 2 days. That's just a bit closer to the airport, and hopefully will sort of help me come back to society, because you're really isolated here. You get institutionalised really quickly. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Oh, I'm so excited to go home. So excited to go home. I'm glad I stayed. I'm glad I didn't come home early. Everything for a reason, right? I also have kind of made up my mind, I think, that obviously I need to speak with him. Every year I talk to him about changing my job or doing something more holistic, or the stress from my job alone has been incredible. They've been hugely supportive this year, don't get me wrong, but I have to wonder how much of the stress has gone towards me being ill. And there's so much of this that I want to give to the girls and explain to them and provide a holistic life for them, so that when they go to university or whatever, of course they're going to be drunk and they're going to do what every teenage, early 20s do. But I'm hoping that we can give them a foundation that's really positive and really healthy, that they will keep coming back to. I want to do yoga with them and massage, and I talked about doing that before I left. And I do massage already, which they call squidge. Squidge, mummy, squidge. So I can't wait to get home and do squidges. But I want to do more. I want to do reflexology. I want to help people, positively help people, not just pick them up, not just answer their calls or you know, the worst moments. Yes, I know that's helping, but it's not on a personal level, and I really want to help people on a personal level, and I think it will help me. It will keep me holistic and positive, and so yeah, I really want to look into that and do more holistic. So there's a bug flying around me. Talking of animals, so a note went up a couple of days ago. Please do not walk before 8 AM because we have elephants. Now apparently the elephants in Africa aren't so bad. I don't know, but here they're quite aggressive and they just charge you. So the jackfruit is ripening, and they love the jackfruit. And once they come, they stay for about a week. So there's at least one. I've not seen him. One of the guests saw him, I think the first or second day they were here. And then Ilsa and I went for a walk, and we were turned round by locals screaming, Anna, 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 Anna. So that was that. That was that walk cancelled. And then not last night, the night before, there was tigers. Go on, tigers, plural, just down the path. So that's put a bit of a kibosh on me walking. We've been exploring all over the place, which you probably think is stupid because it's the jungle, and they say to you, no, don't worry, it's all right. Watch out for elephants, but you know, you should be all right. Wild pigs, they have wild pigs here as well. But for the most part, we've not seen anything. And now we have tigers, and the problem is that the water's drying up. It's been hot for so long. The monsoon, I think, is in a month or two, maybe. So the animals are coming up because the water comes down. There's no water down the bottom. So now they're coming up. So I'm glad that I've only got today and tomorrow, and then I'm leaving just after breakfast on Monday morning. So the bulk of my walking and things are done. Obviously I can walk around here, certainly in the day. I'm not doing it at night. So yeah, that was a bit mind consuming yesterday, and I spent so long. So I was having my massage, just kept thinking, bloody tiger. I get up at 5 in the morning to go to Pooja and it's pitch black. And the tiger's at the end, like, where the tiger was, if he was carrying on walking, he'd get to my hut. He'd get to our building. So that made me a bit nervous. But it's fine. It's fine. They didn't come last night. And they may not come again, and this is the jungle. So, no, if we start talking snakes, I'm gone. Because they get everywhere. So, yeah, last day, treatment tomorrow, got the feast tomorrow, just finalising bits and bobs, and I can go. I'm done, and I feel good when I look at the videos of me when I first got here, and I remember everything hurt. I remember I couldn't sit cross-legged because my back hurt, my legs hurt, everything aches. And I feel like I've now got the tools to go home and manage that. This isn't a quick fix, this is not over at all. You know, I'm going to have a bath with Epsom salts 3 times a week to help draw the acidity out of my joints, and I have to say I miss the water pouring for that. I notice it. I notice my joints don't move as they should. The medicines I need to take, the food I need to eat. It's going to be a completely new phase in mine and my family's life. I just hope they're ready for it. I hope Tim's ready for it. Bless him, he's so tired. I spoke to him on video chat 2 days ago, and he sent me a message and said, I'm just broken. The kids have broken me. It just doesn't stop from 6:30 in the morning to 8:30 at night. I'm not going to lie. I'm pleased in a way. I guess it's the same for most families, that the mothers do the majority of the house stuff, the child stuff, and then working as well. It's tough. It's really tough. I know he's had help, thankfully, because he broke his toe the first day I was here. Broke his big toe. I don't think he's had it x-rayed. So I need to get home just to look after him, just to help put him back together. My intention is to give him a really nice head massage and give him a really nice sleep. And look after the kids if they get up, and for him not to have to worry. So that's my plan for when I get home. Because I haven't slept here, but I've definitely rested. I've worked through things that I just push to the back of my mind, and I hope that I don't do that in future. I hope that when things come, emotions or whatever, I can now process them and not hold on to them. Start living. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that got me here, and for watching my videos and for your comments and your messages and your support. I've learnt a lot about the importance of having support and whether or not it has an impact on your outcome if you're ill like I was. And by all accounts, it literally is life or death. You know, having support it changes everything. So I'll never be able to repay you. But I hope to honour you by continuing what I've learned and teaching my kids, and hopefully just being an all-round, a bit more grounded, not so person. And I watched back the video of day 7 when I completely lost my shit over Plato being here, and I feel dreadful, I feel guilty. His mum is lovely, and he is the most well-adapted child I think I've ever met. He's come to the jungle where there's nothing, taken it all in his stride. He's had a couple of treatments, which he loved. And I gave him my paints, because I wasn't going to take them home. I don't like watercolours. And he loves it. And I think I painted my hand first. His face. He was like, oh, that's so naughty. In Russian, obviously, I don't understand what he says. But I get what he says from his facial expressions. And we spent hours yesterday painting, and every time he sees me, he runs over with paints and paper, and we make a complete mess. And it's been so much fun. And I'm so glad he's here. It made me realise that I need to spend more time doing nothing with my kids. No agendas. That actually that's all they want. To be allowed to squeeze the paint tube and to not stress about tidying it up, because they're children and that's what they do. Do you know what, it's been hard having Plato here. You know, I've watched him, he hurt himself and he wanted his mum. And I had to walk out, I was crying. And it made me wonder, you know, how often have the girls cried for me? And it has, it's been really, really, really hard. And also so amazing having him here. I've been able to look at so many different parts of my life and give them time and thought. now it's day 27. And I've got 4 more sleeps. And I'm gonna go home. Yeah. So that's it. I just wanted to check in and say hi. And I hope you're all having a great Saturday. And I will see you when I get home. See you soon.